Writers, can you tell me the tools that a dentist uses? I need descriptions. Okay. Can you give me examples of tools a policeman might keep handy? Okay, now, think carefully. What other tools that a writer needs? Wow, you know a lot of tools. Here's a tip I want to give you. Writers do need paper and pencils. They also need tools for research. Every writer constantly needs to search for a fact, a statistic, like a number, a definition, a name, an expert vocabulary word. Can you think about some tools for research that writers might use to check a fact or find out something specific about their topic? Might use encyclopedias. I've used those myself. Might use the internet, reference books. I'm sure you were thinking of some of these ideas yourself. Today, that's what our lesson is. I want to teach you that writers don't just write all the stuff from their brains. Real writers are researchers. Writers often leave their page of writing in search of the perfect fact or a perfect example. Well, just like the dentist or an artist, they have their own tools. Writers know how to access and use their own tools for research. This is especially true when writers are writing on topics of personal expertise, something they are expert on. I don't know who invented the rumor that experts don't need to look stuff up, because that's just not true. Experts seek out other experts. An expert wants to know if other experts have the same things to say on a topic, or if maybe they see a different angle. If you visit my home, or if you notice the bookshelves in the classroom by my desk, you will see tons and tons of books on how to teach reading, how to teach writing and math and science and social studies. I'm an expert on those topics, so I seek out other experts in life and in books. I go to workshops to listen to other experts. I talk to other teachers in other buildings. I bet if you went to an expert golfer and went into their home, you'd see all kinds of books on golf. At an expert chef's house, you'd see recipe books. Experts actually research their topic way more than other people do. If you look around our room today, you'll see many tools of research that you could be using. If you want to research how to prevent cockroach infestations, you could look up a book on cockroaches or insects or pests in a science book. I might talk to a science teacher at the high school and ask them what they know about the topic. I might even go to a local pizza shop and ask the owner what they do to keep cockroaches out of their building. I might interview a teacher friend, Mrs. Thompson. I don't know if you remember her, a few years ago. She taught 6th graders, and she kept a fish tank, an aquarium, filled with cockroaches. They were the hissing cockroaches. And I talked to her about how to take care of them, knowing how they live. I could prevent them from living in my home. I could even interview my daughters, because once, when they were visiting their grandparents in Florida, a cockroach ran right across their shirts, and they were very startled. I could ask them what that was like, so that we'd know that we wouldn't want cockroaches in our home. Well, as I do my research, I would want to keep the chapters of my book in mind, so that when I came across a fact, I would ask, does that fact belong in the book that I'm writing? If so, I would jot that fact either right in the margin of my story that I'm writing, in that chapter that it belongs, or in a separate notebook, and I would want to make sure to write down what chapter that fact belonged in. I would also need to write down the book that I found the fact in and the author of that book, so that I could record it in a reference section in the back of my book, so that I could give credit to the writer that had that other piece of fact that I would want to include. So today, I would like to have you look through your draft and think about where you might need a little bit more information. Then I would want you to think about a source that you could go to, that you could find a fact on that. Keep in mind that you may have already found a book from the library this week, or maybe during your independent reading time in the mornings, perhaps you have some books from our shelves that you've already checked on. Friday, when we have a chance to use the computer for free time, you may browse in Encyclopedia Britannica, and in the bar at the top, put in your topic and see if you can't find a fact that you could include in your draft. Happy hunting, happy researching.